Man, speaking of cheating. Speaking of cheating, it's a viral clip going around.
Talking about Steve Smith.
Yeah, exactly. On the YouTube streets right now. Apparently, Steve Smith has been knocking the lining out of some guy's wife. I quote his wife. It felt like he rearranged her IUD.
That's nuts.
So Steve Smith been
That's nuts.
Steve Smith been laying a smackdown on this guy's wife. Dude goes through her phone, finds the messages, and he immediately goes to the internet, puts all the messages up. He calls Steve Smith himself. I believe he FaceTimed him.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, bro, you been fucking my wife. And woo. Steve Smith said, sorry. What you want me to do, bro? She's married to you. She owes you the loyalty. I don't know you. This is why I keep telling people, no one owes you in your marriage loyalty except for the person you marry. But dude, to me, is a complete goofy, a complete doofus, because why would you be mad at the man that fucked your wife and not your wife who went and fucked the man? I don't understand that. He trying to get Steve Smith divorced, talking about, yeah, I hope your wife take half and blah, blah, blah. I hope she see this. So because his marriage is ruined and his wife is a complete whore, now you want to fuck up this man's happy home because your wife couldn't keep her legs closed. Anytime you go to the man when your woman cheated, you lost. Period, point blank. You're supposed to respect the game at the end of the day.
Nah, that's facts. Time and time again, we seen this how war's been starting since the beginning of time behind these women. Y'all got to accept the reality. Like I told y'all, most women are only loyal to their feelings. And especially if you ain't knocking the lining out of her, you ain't able to do that, it just might be ugly for you. With certain niggas, because they want you to hit the back of that motherfucker. If you ain't getting in the back of that motherfucker, it's bad. They gonna go get it, especially if they get introduced to it. Now, if you can catch you one with low, this is why low miles and stuff matter, because it might not matter if you got one with less body count, but once you get introduced to that thing, it's like
it's over.
Yeah, she ain't going back.
And you got to think about that too. Like it's Steve Smith, right? You just regular old dude. So I think that plays a part to it. And I think they worked at the same place as well. They both worked for the Ravens. So you got the whole work wife, work husband thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
That situation probably played into it. And then, she more than likely used any little thing bro did at the house as an excuse to go and do what she did. But calling bro was crazy. I would have rather you showed up to bro's door, and if you wanted to crashed out that way. But calling bro and crying to another grown man about him fucking your wife is crazy. That's insane.
Some niggas, and this is what people don't understand. Like, this is what I was saying last night. And I was getting killed for it. But when a lot of men that be so in love to that extent, a lot of niggas be destroyed from that shit. These niggas don't come back. Women are able to come back a little better when it comes to that emotional space. A lot of these niggas ain't coming back. And that's what he probably feeling like the world is over. To even put your business on the streets like that, just check your bitch, man. Because he probably still want to stay with the bitch. So it's like, check her. If the only context matters is if you know somebody, like really know somebody. If this is your friend or somebody close to you, then maybe because they knew they was out of pocket and you can go that route. But other than that, it's always check the bitch, man.
Hey, somebody in the comments said, I just read the NFL version of Zane. If you know anything about Zane, if you've been locked up,
books.
That's the closest you was getting to a porno at one point because it was very graphic sexually. So as you reading these text messages, he's saying the wildest shit. She's saying the wildest shit. He talking about, man, I wish I would have came in. She said, yeah, that's my favorite part. So imagine you come home after a long day of work and your wife is telling another fucking man the best part of her day is when he shoots his load inside of her. Yeah. And this is your wife talking about, yeah, I was gagging. It felt like you rearranged my IUD and you ain't never even hit the bottom of it. So his pride is hurt. His manhood is hurt. He don't measure up.
You think everything a lie at that point?
He don't measure up financially. He don't measure up with the fame. Physically, it's like you have been completely dominated in all aspects. And I think this is how racism started. Everybody was cool, you feel me? They came over here, found the indigenous. The indigenous got to knocking the bottom out their wives, and they're like, fuck that, put these niggas in chains. These niggas got to go. I'm 70 lashes to the back, nigga. I'm telling you.
And at that point, like, for dude, you really do got to check her and just get on because there's nothing you could have did, really. You couldn't have, if she was going to cheat, she was going to cheat. I looked at it more as like, it ain't got nothing to do with bro. It got everything to do with the bitch. Like, You gave her the kid, you gave her the house, you married her, you was faithful, you did everything you was supposed to do, and she still, looked for something else. So at that point, if you stick around, you're really crazy to me. But it's more on her than it is on you. I wouldn't even be down about it because there's nothing you could have done to prevent it from happening. Really, when you think about it, what could he have done? Like at some point, these bitches just want to look for, or they think the grass is greener on the other side, and then him. They just pulled up pictures of Steve Smith with his wife and kids. So I don't think he's leaving his girl for her. So it's like, what you gonna do?
And this the cold part. He's Steve Smith, bro. He's an NFL wide receiver, been in the league 10, 15 plus years. His wife know what's going on. When you sign up for that type of lifestyle, when they on the road, they hitting shit. So by you exposing that, all you did was make a fool of yourself because his wife ain't going nowhere. Like, what was the end game? Even if his wife did leave, he still fucked your wife. And all you did was expose to the world that he fucked your wife. Because none of us knew. You could have just divorced your wife in peace and went on happily ever after. You embarrassed yourself to the world. Now, any woman that you attempt to go after is like, oh, this the goofy that was online crying.
And it's like the shit gonna be over with tomorrow. Ain't no the public isn't gonna care. And if you want any type of sympathy, you should have went to your mom. Or somebody. Going to social media is the last thing you should do because everybody gonna laugh at you. You know what I mean? Nobody's gonna really try to see it from your point of view. They're gonna think the shit is funny, which I mean it is at the end of the day. You coming on here and you crying to another man about what he did to your wife. What are we supposed to do about that?
Listen, bro, you should have took these text messages to the courthouse. Because now this is how you duck alimony and child support because she cheated. So that's gonna have you opted out of all of that legally. So that's who you should have been up there crying and telling all the stories to was the motherfucking judge. So you could make a clean getaway. Get in the gym, go out there, make some more money, become the best version of yourself. Go fuck one of her friends, her cousin, her sister if you can. Shit, fuck her auntie, mama. Fuck everybody important around her that you can. Make her feel it. But doing this, she won. Women love this. You cry. Oh, she knows she got you. Mm-hmm. She gonna come home, apologize. I'm sorry, babe. I was going through something. I don't know what got into me. Let's go to couples therapy. And your sucker ass gonna go to couples therapy. And she gonna be back sucking off Steve Smith.
Or she gonna blame it on him. You didn't love me enough. You worked too many hours. It's your fault. I hopped on another nigga's dick, So it's like, come on, man.
Like what, you fell and fell on the nigga dick? Like, bitch, like what are you talking about?
That's ridiculous.
Once your woman say a nigga moved her IUD around, it's over.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's over. Because it's a spot at the back, very back, bottom of the pussy. When you hit that, that's the crazy button. That's where the car get keyed, the bitch showing up at the job unexpectedly, the bitch at the family reunion fighting people. If you not hitting that, it's over. Once another nigga hit that, it's done. She's your wife, but that's his bitch now. It's nothing you can do. You got to get rid of her. Because for her to be talking like that, you never hit that button.
He might. If he take it to court, he might be up because she might make more bread than him working for the Ravens. So he might come out of it okay. I mean, your image is tarnished, but you might come out of it with the better half.
Steve Smith been retired for how long? That nigga probably still he been knocking that back for a minute probably. That's crazy work.
Hey, and what's crazy? She might be able to sue Cub. For putting this out there. You defaming my character, defamation of character, like embarrassment. She could go in there and talk about she having mental problems now, people trolling her. Like, he done fucked up and opened up a can of worms on himself.
If they really want to pursue it that way, yeah, because they even had his number, Steve Smith's number, and then I seen other people like blocking the number out, so there might be some implications in that as well. So
not only did he fuck your wife, now he can take you to court and fuck your pockets. So you gonna have to pay the man who was slaying your wife, slaying her to the cross. She was talking, bro. I don't want to read them because YouTube might flag it. It was so vulgar. He was nailing this bitch to the cross, nigga. It's a wrap.
It's over with for bro. Honestly, I hope bro don't stay.
Fellas, use this as an example. Never, ever go to the man. He does not owe you loyalty. I don't care if he knew she was married. Why do y'all think that matter? I don't understand. She's married to you because he kept saying, you knew she was married. Yeah, I did.
She knew she was married.
Bingo. Say that again.
I don't know. Again, that's one of the things we talked about on here about people thinking just because you think something that other people are supposed to feel the same way. It don't mean like he's gonna think, oh, they're married, let me not intrude. He like, shit, this is something I'm getting away with. I don't really care. It ain't got nothing to do with me. He thinking it's never gonna explode the way it is, but she just fucked up, or bro grabbed her phone one night and figured it out. He probably had a hunch, but who knows how long it was going on for.
And then sometimes what people don't realize, and it might sound crazy, a lot of women in this day and age marry men that they hate.
Mm-hmm.
Lock a nigga down that they actually hate. Don't even really care about the nigga, but he might have certain qualities about himself that might look good to their image out here. You know what I'm saying? As a productive woman, but she might be a whore behind doors. So,
and this is why they got mad at me when I said most of these bitches is cooked. Because you got the family, you got the husband, you got the white picket fence, you got the career, and that's still not enough. Bitches want to be slutted out. And this goes back to why body count matters. Because everything is big to a virgin. I don't care if you're 4 inches or you're 10 inches, she's never had dick before. So if you don't measure up, you're the first one she ever had, that's big to her. That's why they're not supposed to sleep around. Because once they get one of them, knocking the bottom of the cervix, she can't go back to that. You can't replace that feeling. It's like catching a body. You ain't never gonna get that type of thrill ever again unless you catch another body. That's just how it is.
I think knowing the past is important too a little bit, because she probably was one of them groupies, hanging out around the tour bus or whatever, checking for niggas as well. And he probably, got talked into looking past those type of things and made that mistake thinking, oh, it don't matter. It matters.
Bro, do not marry a girl whose job is to be around rich, athletic, famous, prominent men. She's going down. She's going down, bro. I don't care how faithful she says she is. Women are hypergamous. She come home to you the average Joe, then she go to work, she around fucking millionaires. She's gonna take the risk one day. You better get you a square 9-to-5 working chick if you a square 9-to-5 working guy. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. She's not gonna be going day in, day out, getting flirted on by millionaires, and then just stay completely faithful to you in today's society. It's not happening, bro. It's not happening.
I also think people fail to realize there's a lot of women that can't really control their libido. So when you have women like that, this is why they say you can't turn hoes into a housewife, because their sexual desire is going to overpower it. If you're not around, she's going to get that motherfucking stuffing knocked out of her. So a lot of times you got to still understand, if your woman cannot control her sexual desires, it's going to be a wrap.
And niggas got to, like I said, you got to look at the girl you're really wifing. Like, take her for who she really is before you really wife her up. You can't change most people, right? Like, they can only change themselves. And after a certain age, most people are set in stone by what their morals and values, the way they're going to think. So she might be able to hide the wholeness for 5 years, but eventually it's going to come out. And this might not even be the first time.
Wholeness for 5 years is crazy.
She can't hide wholeness. You a dumb nigga that couldn't recognize the red flags. I know a bitch a whore instantly. She ain't even got to say nothing. Just off first conversation, first interaction, certain social cues, she's going to give off where I know this is a whore. You can just look at her eyes. The hoes got soldier eyes, nigga. They dead. Ain't no sparkle there. Y'all seen the clip. It went viral. Look in the bitch eyes. That soul, it looks soulless. She's a whore, bro. This is why I said like 10 years ago, women should come with hoe faxes. Like a car, you go to the car lot, they got she got 10 body. She done had a BBL, she done had her vagina reconstructed. They got that vagina reconstruction surgery where they can tighten it back. That's like swapping out a transmission. You need to know that type of shit before you marry a bitch. Because all that shit do damage up here.
Yeah.
Vote viral for president. I'm going to have them hoe faxes, nigga. See how many abortions she had. You fuck around, marry a bitch. Oh, she ain't got no kids. No, nigga, her pussy is a graveyard. Fucking child cemetery.
Can't even have none no more.
Can't even have none no more. You thinking it's you.
Shit
you ain't getting your
yeah.
shit checked, thinking you impotent. No, nigga, she done murdered about 12 of them little motherfuckers.
It's ugly out here.
It's ugly. Y'all better passport bro it up. And even them bitches coming for the green card, getting Americanized, and then they turn into sluts. So I don't know what to tell you niggas.
It's really nothing you can do. Yeah, it's like you gotta just.
Hey, look, keep your girl off the gram. Period. I'm gonna just tell you that. If your girl is on the gram and she look any type of good, her page better be private and it better be friends and family only. if you allow new followers to come in, your girl is a wrap, nigga. Because one day Trey Songz gonna put the eyes in her DM. Drake gonna put the eyes in her DM. It's over with.
He's sending the black over.
Hey,
Yeah.
Viral gonna put the eyes in her DM. She cooked, nigga. It's a wrap.